I wanted to make a video on the expansion and contraction of the universe as a whole. Okay, and I was hoping you guys can indulge me here for a minute. I won't make this a very long video. Okay, so you have the expansion, where you have the single point. Everything expands out from that point and expands for the next 100 billion years. It expands and expands and expands and expands, and over the course of events, over 150 billion, 200 billion years, the universe will expand out, right? And then the gravitational forces of the black holes would eventually draw everything back into itself. So you'd have one black hole drawing everything to itself, and then the other black hole drawing everything to itself, and then those black holes combining together, and then the other black holes combining together, and then just slowly but surely everything contracting back in over the course of however many billions of years you want to give it. I said 150, 200, 300, 500, a trillion. You can go a trillion years, and eventually it's going to expand out and then contract, and expand out and contract, right? So it's going to expand out, and then it's going to slowly contract back in to the single point where it's so compact, and because you can't have a positive and negative electron touching, they will always oppose each other. Eventually you're going to compact to a point, and then it'll blow back out again. And that's the eternal state of the universe, so that there's no God, there's no higher power. It's really just gravitational forces at work, and then so gravitational forces working over an extreme period of time, and then natural evolution taking course. So some planets will evolve life, other planets won't. Some planets will evolve life for a very short period of time, and different kinds of life. Other planets will evolve very complex life, and then eventually all those lives will be extinguished, just like in our planet. They figure our star is about, I try really hard to give accurate information here, right? But the star lives, I think, an average age of a star usually lasts about 10 billion years. Ours has been around for about 4.5, 5 billion years. So, and then the kind of star we have, it's going to eventually expand, it'll envelop the Earth, it'll envelop Venus, it'll envelop the Moon, it's going to envelop Mars, and I think I heard it was going to expand out into the asteroid belt, and then super compress back in and become a white dwarf star. That's what they expect will happen to our star, and it'll envelop the Earth. And every life on this planet is just, that's it. And that's the fate of us. And then every planet like that, every other planet, right? We're no different. We're nothing special. That's what's happening, So you have an expansion and contraction, or you have a higher power creating the single point, right? All the matter for the energy, and boom, right? And then that creates, that kind of theory creates other questions. If that's the case, so God intervening in creating something, and so if he's done it before, he's done it again. Will he do it again? Has he done it multiple times? Right? And if he created, why did he feel the need to create? Right? So I think those would be the two main questions that I would, just a regular guy at work, driving my forklift, thinking and just kind of thinking about things and just coming up with just a thought, and I wanted to share it. So just to recap, expansion and contraction, that being one theory, going on for infinity, never changing. That's the eventual outcome. The problem that I have with that, though, is it has to happen the same every single time, right? So no matter what, the eventual outcome is contraction after expansion, because then you break the cycle, and then you got to ask the question, well, why is this one different than all the other ones going back into infinity, right? And if that's not the case, right, then where did all the energy come from, right? Has the energy just always been here in different forms? It's always been evolving and expanding and contracting. I think the last time I made a video, I wasn't really explaining it very well. I'm still new at this kind of thing. So those are just my thoughts. The expansion and contraction, right? Going on for infinity, or God creating a single point and expanding from that point, and then that creating other questions. If God did it, has he done it before, like interceding in the evolutionary process, right? So God is going to do something here. Like I had a personal experience where there was I know someone that experienced a miracle, right? So God intervening. So I don't think God would intervene in a micro sense, because you're going to intervene there, but you're going to allow entire planets to be enveloped by their sun and destroying any kind of life. Same thing with this planet. That's eventually going to happen. The life forms that are going to be on this planet when that happens, if there's any kind of life, is going to suffer a very, very, very disturbing fate. If there's even life here at that point to experience that. Those are my thoughts. Eventually I'll try and post this tonight. Tomorrow's my day off, so I'll probably end up trying to post it tomorrow. Please let me know what you think. If you like it, don't like it, those are just my random thoughts as a regular guy at work. Eventually I'll just kind of show you where I get my information from. It basically Audible, listen to the great courses that are provided there. I listen to a lot of all kinds of stuff on YouTube. I couldn't even name them all. All the different kinds of sources of information, I get them. If they don't make sense to me, I disregard them. When people start talking about Jesus Christ being God Almighty, and okay, I try to listen to hear it out, but I can't get there. I can't get there. Eternal damnation. I'm sorry, I just cannot get there. Anyways, it's been 9 minutes, so thank you for your time. Have a nice day.